watching Sleepybear, who is going to be playing Baptiste on King's Row. This is Platinum 2. Sleepybear says, I'm trying to grind up the diamond on support. I feel like I'm not making as much impact as I should. I understand I don't play perfectly and I make many mistakes while playing. Who doesn't? As such, I want to know what mistakes are that I am making and how I can improve myself for future games. This was a long match. You're right, 24 minutes. As such, I feel there are many opportunities to see what mistakes I am consistently making as a support player, and you're hoping to climb diamond. Okay. Let's see. You start as Baptiste. Your tank is Sigma. Again, tank's super important. Tanks always dictate what kind of pace your team's going to play with, what your style is. Sigma is a poke slash spam tank, right? He wants to play at a distance. He wants to wear down the opposing team over time and then eventually, run over them. Baptiste is like an okay pairing with Sigma. Not great, not terrible. You can do lots of good damage at close range. You can use your shield. Both of you obviously really benefit from window. Is a really big one, though he doesn't benefit as much as others because it's harder for him to land hits. So you can keep him alive. I think the tricky thing here is he doesn't typically take that much damage. You can't really it can take you a while to take space if that's makes sense, right? Versus when you play with Rhine, and then you can easily play like right on top of the Rhine, like you're a Cassidy, and then your Rhine can easily make space with you, just constantly healing and shooting. Also, you benefit from a team that plays very close together. The Sojourn's probably playing on an off angle, like versus like a Cassidy or a Reaper, right? And your Tor might be playing with you. It's certainly possible. Lucio here, not a good pick for the situation, right? Nobody really benefits from Lucio, but you can't control what other people pick. So let's see how this goes. All right, you play top. I think it's kind of dangerous, honestly, just jumping out the top. You can get sniped, but I think if you die, then you can respawn in a few seconds, come back. All right, so Sojourn's in. Sojourn's in very aggressively right now, and you immediately see her. She takes damage, and she's already taking a fight. I think right here, I want to play with my Sojourn, right? I'm going to trust that the Sojourn is making the right call here, so I immediately grenade. I go through the choke, and I look to the right, because whatever she's shooting, she thinks that she can get that kill. Yep, great. So you make a right call here. You pop shift, a good reactive shift, right, because you're taking damage on the backside, right? Now we can see that your Sojourn made the wrong call, right? She tried to pick a fight and really didn't do a good job with it, but I guess she ended up taking space. That's fine. I mean, but you could have gotten killed there. Good headshots, right? Grenade, shoot. All right, heal. So overall, I think you're doing okay right now. All right, you do a reload. Try to play top. So this is kind of a problem right here, right? So you're tunnel visioning a little bit on your Sigma, who's frankly in no real danger. So you can hear the Reaper to the right. So that would have immediately triggered, like, hey, I need to pay attention to the right. The Reaper's not going to kill your Sigma. There's, like, no world where Reaper will kill Sigma quickly. Like, Sigma has a million different tools to deal with Reaper, especially Reaper doesn't have Wraith. However, your Sojourn's with you, and also, I noticed that my Sojourn's are very aggressive based on the opening space that she tried to create. And number two, I know my Sojourn is playing very close to me and very close to where the Reaper is. I'm assuming the Reaper's at mini or the other side of the statue. He can't be playing the other side of the statue long because the Sigma will force him to the right, if that makes sense. So I want to be looking to the right now, not looking at my Sigma. And what's going to happen here is your Sigma is going to end up taking this fight with the Reaper. She does a terrible job and then gets killed, right? But you should have been there helping your Sojourn there. Also remember that Reaper Wraith to get there, which means that even if your Sojourn dies there, you can kill the Reaper because he has no Wraith and presumably no mini health back because he grabbed it already. And then that trade is totally worth it, right? Trading on offense trading on any team when the other team has longer spawns is worth it. And you have the much closer spawn here compared to the defense. So you want to trade here if you have to. So again, healing, right? That Reaper behind your Sigma is a huge problem. Your Sigma does the right call, which is backing up, right? Heal. So again, I'm thinking here, right? Two patterns for Baptiste. Shoot, heal, or shoot, heal. So like sometimes you just want to get into the flow state of just like non-stop cranking out damage and healing, right? That's really like max, peak Baptiste value. You're putting a lot of shots kind of into empty space right now. You should reload right here to get ready for like a serious fight. You really should reload right now. Like nothing big is happening. Okay, yeah. Also, I was gonna mention this earlier, but the Reaper, I think you should play the other side of the statue, right? I think crossing right now is too scary, but I think in general, earlier, right, and kind of force them back, right? You can play left here, at this point, I'm thinking I have to somehow stay within line of sight here, but not open myself up to hotel. Because your team does not have hotel control right now, and as a result, you could get killed by any flankers that come through. Even the Rhine, honestly, if you lose track of them, come through and kill you right here. So I either play on top of the statue, which is probably actually potentially the smartest plan here, right? Or left or right. I think going here, I mean, I understand I probably would have pathed the same way, but I think it's actually a mistake to play here, which, you know, we'll find out in a second. Right, you jump, which is a good job. I think that you actually probably prevented the Reaper from killing you by jumping instinctively right away. Okay, now you're spamming jump too much, right? There's no reason to jump there. I think you just kill the Reaper if your aim isn't thrown off by that jump. Right, just shoot him. Just shoot the Reaper. Okay, now your Sojourn's in deep. You do not want to charge any more jumps here. Like, jump's not necessary for anything that's happening right now. I would think about throwing Lamp on my Sojourn, honestly, but granted the other team is just not targeting her. Okay, good kill. Right, now it's just clean up. So far, I think good Baptiste play. I mean, obviously your team won the fight. You didn't die, you didn't get picked, you didn't get particularly close to dying. You did good reactions. Okay, this is crazy. I don't know what this plan was. So you're running over here as though you're a DPS, like looking to get picks. Like, Baptiste can never pick anybody, right? Unless they try to like fight you to the death, you can't pick anybody because you just don't do enough damage. So you're running over here, you can hear 2 footsteps, and you're still trying to take this fight. Even if it was a one-on-one, even if it's just a Sojourn, you are not favored here, right? She disruptors at close range, and then like kind of backs it around the corner, and then you're like, oh shoot, and then you're sort of in trouble, and then she charges, and then she one-taps you. Right? You put lamp up, charges, yeah, and then you die. This is weird. Like, I don't agree with this call at all. Right? Plus, you not being in the cart means that your DPS can't actually advance and try to get picks either. I mean, I think I just go through main here, honestly, because it's about to be up in a second. That shift is way too far away. You can see the range of shift of your regen burst. It is not that far. Cart. So in this lineup, right, it's either you or Lucio that's going to be on the cart. And if you see your Lucio ahead, then it's going to be you. I know it sucks, it's not fun, but somebody's got to be on the cart. Right, because you guys should already be around that corner if you've been playing on the cart the whole time. Which is unfortunate, because then you can use window right here and have a really good window opportunity. So I'm thinking Shatter here, right? Because the Rhine's, it's now been 2 fights. Shatter builds pretty quickly, pretty easily. I'm thinking Shatter. So either back up, play a corner, or keep boots charged the whole time and get ready. Yeah. So not ult tracking, right? Big thing. Not just you're just not ult tracking. You're like, oh, like you can also tell from how aggressive the Rhine is, right? The Rhine like doesn't even have his team here. He's already coming around the corner, pushing into you. Just from body language alone, you can tell the Rhine has Shatter. Right, so you get shattered. You just barely live. I hope you regen. Nope, you can't even get time for regen burst. Yeah, so you wipe here. So hypothetically, if you don't get hit by this, you're all just kind of like walking into, like, again, I wouldn't never expect your teammates' shields to block you from Shatter, if ever possible. I think people are always like, oh, like, why'd you put down a shield? There's like a million different reasons why people put down their shields. It's really hard to like keep it up enough to prevent you from getting shattered, right? Don't rely on shields at any level. It's not like a GM, like the Sigma would somehow have his shield ready here. Like it's a problem. Like the Sigma even recognizes that the Shatter is coming because the shield is broken, and he's trying to rock to hopefully interrupt the Rhine out of Shatter. But like if you're playing right here or right here, okay, this Shatter goes down, you pop window here, right, and then you start healing your whole team, right? You easily window, right? You're gonna heal 100 health per right click in this, but nobody dies here. Right? Nobody dies there if you don't get shattered. You also wasted window, which is even worse.
My heart still. The barrier
You did it from so high up. It's a terrible idea. So, not a great beat, but it's fine. I think you're kind of all over the place right now. I think you need to focus, like, okay, what's really my goal here, right? Your Lucio pops it right heel. Okay, I don't think about the Ryan. The Ryan's never gonna die here. I just assume the Ryan is never gonna die. He's got full shield. He's got plenty of space to run back or charge back, and he's got 2 supports still alive. I want to get these people out the window, right? So I'm immediately just hard focusing on the window right now. Right. Again, I wouldn't jump back. I like literally like this Ryan has to go backwards here. Your team's beated, right? Shoot. Yeah, there you go. Right. I don't necessarily know that I go up here. I guess I mean like this is like okay. I guess you forced on the high ground, off high ground right now, right? Now shoot. So this I'm in a shoot heal pattern right now. Good job getting in the window from charge. You are stuck. What do you? What's the angle you get stuck by? Where even is the Cassidy? Oh yeah, he's gonna stick you this way. All right, so. All right, now they beated, and if they beated, you're like in a tricky situation because they're gonna run to you, which is exactly what your team should have been doing to them. And then you get stuck. You have to use lamp here. You don't manage to get it off because you get shot by railgun. So yeah, I mean it's tough when you're that high up and exposed. I think again after I clear out, that's why I felt iffy about clearing this high ground at first. It seems like a good idea, but only if you can get past the next corner, right? After being like, okay, that Baptiste has gone back. Right, the second he goes here, he can no longer heal his Ryan. Right, he's out of the fight for the next like 6 seconds while he has to run all the way over here, look down, and start healing. I just focus on what's happening in front of me. Right, just put more damage down. Right, get healing, like go up, try to force more pressure on the Ryan. Now you're kind of out of position to be able to do the rest of this. Right here, okay, they beat it. Run backwards to the right, to the right. Don't use boosts. Run to the right. Right, don't jump back up to the window. What is happening here? Okay, you come out. The Lucio's coming to try to fight you. I don't know why you're regen bursting here. You're not even injured. Right? In one-on-ones, wait until you're under 100 health, then regen burst, because it instantly gives you 100 health plus 50 over time. Right? And then you get left click, right click confused here. You're charging boots. Oh shit, sorry. I forgot you're a red team. you're trying to heal your Lucio, my bad. I always do that in replays. Alright, so your Lucio's come back. Right? Use Rebrand Burst to heal your Lucio. Good call, right? Then you heal. Yep, you're good. Right? You can totally ignore everything else I just said. Running straight lines are dangerous. You pop a lamp, which I think is a reasonable call considering the situation. Okay, now you go out with Sigma. Perfect. I don't think you need to play high ground here, right? Like there, maybe, but to the right, I think that just slowed you down for no reason. Not really healing anything right now. I think all these people are full health and you're just firing grenades for no reason. Right? Break Shatter, really good opportunity right now. But I'm thinking, again, does Ryan have Shatter? He does. Right? Once again, it's been 2 fights. Right? I would assume he's going to have Shatter. Right? It is a mistake to be relying on Sigma Shield here. You should have been playing to the left, right? Behind Library, right? Or potentially to the right. In the corner by the hallway, right? This in the open, this is a mistake. Right? Again, you could have charged Exo Boots as another possible counter for this. It is very obvious, I think, when you watch the replay by body language, that the Ryan is going to shatter. Right. Ryan's trying to survive. Okay, he's got Breaking Shield. He's at half health. Why is he walking forwards? Shatter. Right? It's very obvious that Shatter's coming. So again, another opportunity where you could have not died and probably saved your team. Got window coming, right? Again, nice, good window angle. Yeah, I think this is a good window angle, right? Maybe like a little bit more forwards, so that your Sigma can use it as well. But I think this is okay. Right, heal. Because the problem is with that angle, like you force that team back, but you can't really kill them right here. Versus if you get a little bit more forward, you plop it right here, then you can. There's no place safe to hide from the window, right? The Ryan's doing a good job just staying alive, right? Buying time. Blades. Oh, good rock. Alright. Jump forward here. I don't think you need to drop here, right? This is actually interesting because you've controlled the high ground. Like, how are they going to force you off of this high ground? unless you see the Hanzo come up, I think that you kind of hold on to this high ground for now. Because it will also make it a lot easier for you to heal that Genji and then help him with the fight against the Baptiste. Alright, I think you're doing a good job prioritizing what's going on over there. Unfortunately dies in that fight, but versus the Sigma, which is full health. Right, just help with the shield right now. Again, you're like scared as though you think Shatter's coming. I don't think, again, this has been the next fight. He's not going to have Shatter right here. Is that true? I guess no, it's actually, this is the second fight, so he should be close. But losing fights usually result in less full charge than winning fights does. So, right here, a little suboptimal, I think, on the Rhine. Right. So we'll watch. Again, your Sigma's like nearly full health. I think that you kind of focus more shots there because the Rhine's potentially killable there if you shoot again. At close range, you do 75 damage, 150 you shoot in the head. It's very possible. I mean, you put 6 bullets in the head in 2 bursts, that's 300 damage right there. And you are directly above the Rhine. It is possible that you could have killed the Rhine yourself there. Versus like the extra 50 health that you're going to give the Sigma on your grenade. That's not a good regen burst, right? I'm sure you can see that. I think the Genji might be out of range there. Let's play that very slowly. Alright, I'm watching the Genji right now. Yeah, so he never gets the regen burst. So you were out of range and he wasn't that low. Okay, this is a bad beat. The Genji doesn't even get it. You're kind of all over the place now. Like, watch where your crosshair is. This is a common problem with Baptiste, is just getting like really confused because it's a very high APM hero. So you walk in, okay, you try to heal the Genji. Genji's dead. All right, you shoot the lamp. You shoot here. You heal here. There's nothing here, right? You heal nothing. Like, you can see your teammates to the wall, so you knew that he wasn't going to be healed by that. You kind of shot multiple shots like into open space again. I think you need to calm down more. Like, you're like so focused on trying to get like maximum actions out that your actions themselves are not actually on target for healing or damage right here. I don't know that you want to be taken up, but yeah, I think you just cover from that. Yep, I think this is a good call to chase. I think it is a bad call. What you did is where you swung wide to the right as though you were fighting and dodging him, but you saw that your Genji was in there. Right? Just stay. Just like even stand still right here and shoot the Baptiste. Make this quick. Make this easy. Like, your Genji nearly dies there because you aren't hitting him because you're like focused on the dodging and not the shooting. Okay, ball's out. I don't think that's a good regen burst. Right, again, regen burst super powerful, right? One of the best healing abilities in the game, if not the best. I think that you gotta be very sensitive for when you use it. So you got a Sigma who's missing 100 health, and you got a Lucio who's missing 75, right? One grenade already heals almost everything the Lucio's missing, and your Sigma's nearly full as well. Nobody here is benefiting from that regen burst. Right? Like let's just look top right. Bam. Yeah. There's like that regen burst healed like 40 total health. There's not a good call of regen burst right there. Okay. So you're shooting the Bastion. You see over here that your Genji is super low. Good question when you do here. I think I heal and toss a lamp at my Genji and then shoot the Bastion. The reason being is that my team is realistically not going to die to this Bastion, right? The cart's right here, so they should have plenty of cover. And like, yeah, it might be a pick potential in the Bastion, but the Bastion will also be pickable after his turret form is over because he's still going to be in the open, right? There's not really anywhere for him to go. I want to prioritize keeping my Genji alive because, again, they have close spawns, we have far spawns. I do not want to trade my Genji for the Bastion, so I want to keep my Genji up here. Again, you kind of gave up on your Genji right here, right? Like, your Genji's still in the middle of this fight. Like, yeah, you missed the grenade, but you can back up here, and you can pop a heal to the left of that pillar and still keep healing him. And then your Genji loses the fight against the Baptiste. So let's look at it from your Genji's perspective. Okay, he sees the Baptiste, right? He's on him. He totally loses him. He deflects. Yeah, I mean, I think you could have helped him there for sure, and I think that was the right call. He didn't play that very well at all, but I think that the right call there was to heal and save your Genji versus fighting this Bastion at like long range where you're gonna get damage fall off. Right? Like you don't really need to do this. Not having your Genji here is big. I also don't think you should drop here. Right? Like you have great angles here to do everything. Like you can heal and you can. It's because you use the window. I don't think you even window right here because it's really hard to use those close angles. Like someone who you could shoot could easily get around the payload and use it as cover. I think you selfishly window right here and use it to kill this Bastion and then heal your teammates and then save your or you could also use the heals to save your teammates, right? Like there's a lot of things you could do there. This window I don't think is giving you much value, is my guess. Right? It's good that you actually did that to kind of play there. Like lots of spams into the boxes. I think you need to just calm down a little more. Good reactive lamp. Yeah, I mean you did win that, but I still think the better play would have been to window high ground for just yourself and use it to kill people / heal, right? Jumping into the cluster mess that is the cart, I don't think is a good idea. And I don't think your teammates could have used that window very effectively either. I think pretty much you're the only one who actually realistically used that window, and you could have done that much better from high ground. Alright, so let's see on defense. I don't think I'm going to watch this whole thing, but you're playing pretty careful here. They have a Hanzo, so I kind of understand. Yeah, I think this is a reasonable angle as long as your Sigma knows that you're going to take time to rotate if you get pushed to the left. Putting a lot of extra grenades out, that's going to force you to reload here. I think, again, you can kind of see whether your Sigma's taking damage. Don't just keep grenading like on autopilot. Right? Yeah, there you go. See the Torb's injured. Reload. Alright, great. Reheal the Torb. I cannot believe the Ryan's not pushed through yet. That Ryan's crazy. Yeah, good job backing up to heal your Hanzo. Why did you regen first there? Like, nobody here is injured. I think because you heard the sticky, but like nobody was injured here, right? Right after the sticky goes off, it just blows up in the air. Or yeah, like you pop shift right now. There's like basically nobody who's injured here. Like the Torb is taking the tiniest amount of health, damage. So that's bad window or a bad lamp, right? Like he's got grasp up. It's impossible for him to die right now, right? Impossible for him to die. You have to assume, against some Sigma, like you have to think you also have the kind of ability to track your own Sigma, right? Does he have shield? Does he have rock? Does he have grasp? He has grasp right here. Don't drop the lamp here. This is a mistake. I know it's scary, but you got to know that he's gonna have that in that situation. Okay. So you window here. I think if you're going to window first or you're going to window second, you should window first because everyone's going to be using their window to put damage down range on you, right? Your window comes up second, so now you need to step into their window to start shooting at them. But they're already like their crosshairs are already trained on you. And yeah, I know you have a lamp here that they can't shoot, but like, well, I guess your Sigma actually ults them, so I guess it works out. Maybe I just didn't hear that. But I think in general, windowing second is very dangerous. Okay, you secure these kills. Like, I think your aim is good when you're calm. I think when Lost is going on, then you start focusing on just making sure you get the pattern down instead of actually making sure you're landing hits, which is more important. Right? You can slow down the pattern if you're making sure you're actually landing the hits and the heals. So I'm thinking at this point, Shatter, right? Shatter, Shatter, Shatter. I've lost 2 other fights this game already to Shatters that I haven't been paying attention to. I should be ult-tracking his Shatter, which he's definitely going to have now. surprised he's still fire striking even though he has shatter. He's faking you out, I guess. Okay, Bastion ulti, definitely. Okay, very ineffective. You should just focus, try to kill one person. Okay, I don't know if you're out of range of this or you jump reactively to actually avoid this. Either way, good job. Right, you definitely, it seemed very clear to me that you knew Shatter was coming and you were playing around it, which is good. Alright, he dies there. I don't think there's a lot you could have done differently. Yeah, this fight's over. I just leave. You're not going to accomplish anything up here. Just leave, try not to get staggered. Yeah, I think this is the right call, taking this route back to avoid getting killed. Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna jump all the way to the end to see what's going on here. So they're on attack. Oh, you're gonna hold this. Yeah, it's 3-6. Like they have to take the point or win right now, and they're not gonna take the point. Okay, cool. I mean, this was a win, so nice job. To summarize, I would say number one, ult tracking, right? Big thing. You're just not ult tracking the Rhine. And I would say number two is your shooting gets a little, I would say, quite a bit off target once things get chaotic, right? Then you're shooting into walls, into boxes, into the floor. You're healing people that aren't there. Like, try to calm down a little bit and make sure you're landing hits. Hopefully that's helpful.